Okay, we are rolling. Champions of Champions Boxing Talk is back. Happy New Year, first of all, to everybody. I hope you all had a great Christmas. Right, what's this video today? It's basically a look before the final breakdown of the Pacquiao-Broner match in Vegas on Showtime, I think. And will actually be aired in the UK on ITV4. I think that's fantastic because the mainstream public can actually watch this bout. And of course, the more exposure when you get it on more general television rather than Sky and box office and all that stuff, the better. Look how popular Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn were. Look how popular the stars of the past in boxing were. Why? They got more mainstream exposure on the normal terrestrial channels. That's why you can't go down the road and ask somebody who Errol Spence is. They go, huh? Because people only on specific channels can see these guys. You can't go down the road, really, and ask who... Let's be absolutely honest. Canelo Alvarez is known by a lot, but he's also not known by a lot. Where in the past, when it was on normal television, fighters were known by everybody. On to the matters at hand. Adrian Broner's training and Manny Pacquiao's training. Now, there was a video released, I think it was from Fight Hype, of Adrian Broner sparring and training. And Fight Hype, you know, the title was really clickbait. Let's be absolutely honest with you. Said how sharp and how focused and how tough Adrian Broner is looking in his camp. Now, maybe he is for all I know, but Fight Hype went and shown us all of 15 seconds of a clip. How can you really judge anything off that? He was sparring for 15 seconds on that clip. No exaggeration. Go search for the video. And the sparring was actually... Broner did look rugged. Broner did look kind of sharp and strong. He was using a decent left hook. He was very front foot heavy, using a high guard. His head was leaning forward, and his chin also with it. Do you know something? That's exactly what got Lucas Matisse knocked out v Manny Pacquiao in Malaysia. See, Manny Pacquiao, the punch that is operable for Manny Pacquiao when he fights a smaller guy, which Adrian Broner is smaller than Jesse Vargas. He is smaller than Jeff Horn. He may even be slightly smaller than Lucas Matisse. But you see, Manny Pacquiao threw the uppercut years ago in Macau v Chris Algieri and could only hit Chris Algieri's sort of throat or neck with that shot. He didn't land on the chin. Because Chris Algieri is that tall, it's hard to reach him with that shot. And Chris Algieri sort of doesn't lean in and lean forward as Adrian Broner was doing in this minute snippet of sparring footage. A smaller guy, though, Pacquiao can duck that punch under, especially when they're moving forward and leaning forward with their head. Pacquiao can place that uppercut then. And he can measure it. The uppercuts in Malaysia that he landed on Lucas Matisse were all executed in a different way. One was sliding in quickly. In other words, Pacquiao is a master at closing space. Most opponents expect the straight left hand from Manny Pacquiao, right? But he's got another weapon with a smaller guy. They're expecting the straight left because bigger guys have took it. In comes the uppercut left hand. Surprises him. And you know what they say? It's the punches you don't see that hurts you. People have been saying for years, oh, Manny Pacquiao, he's lost the power. No. When bigger fighters, they're harder to knock out anyway, but when they know what shot's going to come, they can tense their neck and take the shot better. But when he's hitting guys with an uppercut that they don't expect, it hurts more. That's just... I would even bet pound to a penny if you're a heavyweight, and I wouldn't advise anybody to do this, but if you've got the structure of a heavyweight and you take a punch from Mike Tyson, anticipating the punch, you would be able to absorb it a little better than if Mike Tyson hit you unexpected. That's just a fact. But I saw Adrian Broner, and this is yet to be seen. He looked to be letting his hands go more. He looked to be using a high guard. The footwork, though, was non-existent. Even from that 15-minute clip. Leaning forward, that is the money punch uppercut going to come from Manny Pacquiao. Is Adrian Broner better defensively than Lucas Matthysse? Yes, but he's not Floyd Mayweather. Again, Floyd Mayweather a lot taller, harder to catch him with an uppercut. I can't remember a single uppercut Manny Pacquiao landed on Floyd Mayweather in their fight. Just because of the physical statures alone, right? But Adrian Broner is a lot smaller, and he's moving forward like this, with his head tucked down and his shoulders leaning forward. I'm not so sure if that's the way I would go about it. If this was Floyd Mayweather I was watching in sparring, I would be thinking, oh, he's playing kidology with Manny Pacquiao here. He's showing us he's going to use one strategy, and then on fight night he's going to do another. I'm not sure if Adrian Broner quite has that intellect that Floyd Mayweather possesses, if I'm honest with you. And the guy he was sparring with was as flat-footed, if not more, than Adrian Broner. Right? Did not have anything in terms of foot speed in that 15-second clip. So Adrian Broner was able to do what he wanted, basically, but was still receiving some work back. Of course, with Pacquiao, you've got foot speed, you've got hand speed, you've got a guy that if you are leaning forward, will take advantage. He proved it in his last fight. But Adrian Broner, I'm not sure when he does receive that left hand for the first time, he may go back into his shell. It's yet to be seen. Of course, this is boxing, and always be prepared to be right when you make a prediction. But always be prepared to be wrong, because this is the sweet science, and anything can happen. On to Manny Pacquiao's training. Now, Manny Pacquiao looks to me to be training more flat-footed. Looks to be focusing more on power and precision than hand speed. Looks to be training like he's got a chip on his shoulder. The chip on his shoulder, and I said this a few videos ago, Adrian Broner has got under Manny Pacquiao's skin. And with certain fighters, if you can get under their skin, you have an advantage over them. Manny Pacquiao is not that guy. You want Manny Pacquiao to be calm, complacent, and feeling like the world is a beautiful place. You don't want to be saying racist things to him, and you don't want to be making already a career brutal attacker more angry than he is already, right? There are certain athletes that are just like that. I remember Thierry Henry as a footballer. When centre-halves used to try and play mind games with him, next minute he went and got the ball, goes past three of them, and struck a ball right in the top corner of the net. And then goaded them when he'd just done it. Some athletes just work this way. They feed on anger. Watch Floyd Mayweather's build-up to Maypac. He's very respectful. He does not give Manny Pacquiao any excuse to train any harder. But Adrian Broner has given Manny Pacquiao plenty of ammunition. And it looks like it. Every time he's hitting that heavy bag, he looks like he sees Adrian Broner's face. If there was a dartboard in House Pacquiao right now, you can bet your bottom dollar Jinky Pacquiao and Manny are throwing darts at it. Right? The thing is, he did look to be working extremely hard. And he's 40 years of age. Maybe now as camp draws, to a conclusion, he needs to take the foot off the gas a little bit. Right? And a lot of people were saying the hand speed, oh my God, you know, it's not going to be there. Look, he's going for power, and that's a mistake. The hand speed I still saw, even though he was sitting down on punches more and looked more flat-footed, was still far faster than any opponent Adrian Broner has recently faced. The flat-footedness of Manny Pacquiao fighting flat-footed is still quicker foot speed-wise than I think any opponent Adrian Broner has faced. Manny Pacquiao at times will be aggressive, I think, but he's seen the Mikey Garcia fight. Mikey Garcia is not the puncher that Manny Pacquiao is, and was able, from my reckoning, to buzz Adrian Broner a few times. Pacquiao will buzz Broner. We know Adrian Broner recently has said he does well against southpaws. Pacquiao, the other punch that was good for Pacquiao in the Matisse fight was the right hand as the fighters closed ranks, were close to the pocket. And it was not the normal right hook that is good for Manny Pacquiao, coming in on the inside. He actually managed to use the right hand like a right cross, straight down the button. It was as though the right hand was as versatile for Manny as his left hand. And I remember Richard Dwyer, who for years saw Manny Pacquiao being a brilliant 1.5-handed fighter. In other words, he could use the right hand pretty well, but predominantly it was his left. Even he admitted, though, after the Matisse fight, where did the quality of that right hand come from? Because it was always there. He just brought it out at a different time. It was necessary for the job, the occasion. So Adrian Broner's saying, I've got the southpaw thing covered. Well, not this southpaw, you haven't. And second of all, even if you have, Manny Pacquiao has proven he's got a right hand, and he's got a right hook, and he's got a right-handed cross, straight. Used it all in Malaysia. Shown a lot of his boxing credentials, not just his ability, in terms of, you know, athleticism, which he still had much more than Lucas Matisse. So Adrian Broner still has a problem to deal with in terms of foot speed and hand speed, even though Manny Pacquiao is not really focusing on that as much. That could be due to a bit of age, strategy, and so forth. But going off what I'm seeing now, and fighters can get old overnight, but going off what I'm seeing now, for a 40-year-old, he looks in very good condition indeed. This could literally be, Manny Pacquiao may turn out to be the offensive version in boxing of Bernard Hopkins. In other words, the guy that has got to 40, still had a title, and been offensive with it. We'd expect this from a defensive wizard. But Pacquiao is not primarily focused on defense. So to still be an attacker of... I refer to him more as a boxer puncher these days. But to be that guy today and still be a champion of some kind at age 40 is astounding. That is the equivalent of Hopkins. But we may have our Hopkins of the offense in boxing in Manny Pacquiao. So, for me, age only beats Manny Pacquiao in this fight. People are saying, do you think Jeff Horn is a greater fighter than Adrian Broner? Yes, at the moment, I think Jeff Horn's better than Adrian Broner. Jeff Horn has only looked terrible to the pound-for-pound king. Everybody else Jeff Horn's fought, and Manny Pacquiao beat Jeff Horn in my opinion, but Jeff Horn, apart from the fouling and all that stuff, which I didn't agree with, but he gave a better account of himself than many people thought. Adrian Broner is not going to be able to muscle Manny Pacquiao around the ring like Jeff Horn did and hold his own. And even Jeff Horn, watch round 9. Pacquiao was bullying Jeff Horn by then, right? Lucas Matisse could not do what Jeff Horn did. And of course, both Adrian Broner and Lucas Matisse are more accomplished than Jeff Horn. But styles make fights. Jeff Horn is the sort that an aging fighter really doesn't want to face. But a low-volume fighter and a fighter that looks for precision, an aging fighter doesn't mind that, because here's the thing. Adrian Broner, I think Manny Pacquiao is a better boxer than even as a boxer. Adrian Broner is a good counterpuncher. I think Manny Pacquiao is a better counterpuncher. Adrian Broner is a good thinker in there. He throws a good uppercut himself, but I think potentially Manny throws a better one. Manny is faster, still. And I think he knows he can focus more on power. Because he's faster than Adrian Broner anyway. They know this. And Adrian Broner's feet is what's going to be the problem in this fight. And leaning forward in that high guard. The problem with Manny is I would still use the feet. I would still use the angles. Still turn AB if I could. Because staying in the pocket gives an opponent that has only a 10% chance, 15%. If they land the right shot on the inside, if you're constantly there flat-footed, you never know. They could score the lottery. So I'd still be thinking movement if I was Manny Pacquiao. Again, I haven't seen Manny Pacquiao spar. I've only seen him, hit mitts and the heavy bag, and I could see some of his approach for this fight. But if he can incorporate all what Manny Pacquiao does, the same sort of things he was doing against Lucas Matisse, it's a bingo for Manny Pacquiao in this fight. How does Adrian Broner win? He can't just let his hands go. This is the thing. People are saying let his hands go. Against other fighters, yes. Maybe he could have let them hands go a bit more against Mikey Garcia. Yes. Because Mikey isn't, he's focused on accuracy. He could have let his hands go maybe against Sean Porter, who's more mauling you on the inside. Maybe Adrian Broner would have had an avenue to create work there. Well, Manny Pacquiao, he's got to find the body somehow. He's got to try and slow them feet. He's got to try and make Manny's feet as slow as his. And if he can do that, well, then, as I say, it's a shootout then. Which he may still lose because he's not got the hand speed. But he's got to get Manny slower. That's my take on it. And he's got to find specific body punches. When they get up close, he's got to be brave enough to throw to the body. But like I say, there's got to be some, shall we say, gold on them shots. Some power, some pop. Right? Slow Manny down. Don't throw punches recklessly. We've seen people do that for Manny Pacquiao. The guys that have had the most success with Manny Pacquiao are the great low-volume guys. Marquez makes it look like he's throwing a lot, but he only threw a lot in spurts after Manny had made his initial attacks. Then Marquez responded, and a lot of the times, Marquez was brave enough to throw when Manny was throwing. And Floyd Mayweather defended a lot of the assaults and then come back with accurate counter punches, which he was certain, had a chance of landing. Again, I don't think Adrian Broner is these two in terms of technicianship. But there was a reason those guys didn't throw high volume v Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather, as he stepped up in level, the volume decreased. And the accuracy increased. And the defense increased. There was a reason for that. Marquez did not go out like a maniac because he knew Manny would drop him 6 times, never mind 3, right? Timothy Bradley in the last fight, he survived that fight because Teddy Atlas had him thinking more methodical. Right, had Timothy Bradley gone out like a wild man, he'd have left the ring feeling wild, trust me. So Adrian Broner, yes, I think that he may let his hands go, but realise pretty soon that he's done it against the wrong opponent. And then when he's felt it, he's going to be high guarding either centre of the ring, on the ropes, and Manny Pacquiao could make him look like Joshua Clottey. I think Adrian Broner is tough enough to survive, but he's smaller than Joshua Clottey. I know Manny is older, but can Adrian Broner absorb the shots that Clottey absorbed to the body? Because if Broner is on the ropes, Pacquiao will fire head, body, and that will give the judges the impression he's outworking Adrian Broner. So for now, that's what I see. I've only seen a 15-second clip, and it looks all wrong, to be honest with you, what Adrian Broner is doing. Is there kidology in this? You never know, there might be, but I just can't see it. Adrian Broner is not Floyd Mayweather in that sense. Pacquiao, I've just seen an absolute... He looks angry when he's hitting the heavy bag. Could this be a ploy? Could we actually see Manny Pacquiao looking like he wants to take Adrian Broner's head off, but then completely outspeed him, outthink him, outwork him, beat him to the punch, and so forth? Maybe. But I think Manny Pacquiao enjoyed knocking Lucas Matthysse out. And I think if he gets a chance, he's going to try and take it. Particularly because he knows if he knocks Adrian Broner out, he'd be the first guy to do it. And Adrian Broner has fought some tough competition. I don't need to remind anybody of that. And, of course, Adrian Broner is linked to Floyd Mayweather. Will the demand, more demand than there is already for that rematch, be made if Manny Pacquiao looks vintage on 2 consecutive performances? I don't think Adrian Broner has the power Lucas Matthysse has. But sometimes that can make a fighter neglect their defense. I hope Manny doesn't think, oh, this isn't Lucas Matthysse power, I could just walk through him. Of course, Lucas Matthysse probably hits harder than Marquez, but Marquez still knocked Manny out. You know, it's where you place that punch. And Manny Pacquiao was very intelligent. We're backing Lucas Matthysse up so he could get no leverage on his punches to generate that power. He's got to respect Adrian Broner the same way he respected Lucas Matthysse. Then, the odd shot Broner will catch him with, he'll take. Broner has to put more than one shot on him to really affect him. Lucas could do it in one punch. Right punch, Lucas Matthysse knocks out anyone. But Manny Pacquiao just would not let that happen. And even when Lucas did land a big right hand in the 4th, Manny took it. But that was Lucas already doubting himself. So the same professionalism must apply to Adrian Broner. Because I think the one thing Adrian Broner is more than Lucas is tougher. He's more rugged. He's got a better chin. And he's not... Alright, he doesn't throw volume. He may not commit to the punch. But believe you me, if Adrian Broner can do it, he will not give up. He will try and be there all fight long, even if he's losing it. You have to genuinely separate him from his senses, I think. Otherwise, he will try and carry on. Maybe Manny will be the first to prove me wrong on that. A lot of people are saying that. But for me right now, this is looking kind of Rigondeaux Lomachenko. Rigondeaux just does not have the same volume to deal with Lomachenko. And I'm thinking the same with AB. Adrian Broner is not accurate and his hand speed is not on Floyd Mayweather's level. Manny's defense is better than it was previously. Manny Pacquiao now is sitting down on shots. He's still quicker. It all points to a Manny Pacquiao win. And Adrian Broner needs a miracle. But miracles can happen. They can happen. And Pacquiao has been beaten before by, although a long, long time ago, worse opposition than Adrian Broner. But of course, Adrian Broner has been beaten by worse competition than Manny Pacquiao. Less experienced. The occasion is important as well. The occasion matters because Manny Pacquiao is used to rising to it. Will the occasion get to Adrian Broner? But anyway, that's all to be talked about. But this is Champions of Champions Boxing Talk. Wishing you all once more a very happy Christmas and a Merry New Year. I'm out.